Scorpio is popping. It's gonna be a reading for Scorpios, no matter the placement. All right. So take what resonates, leave the rest. I will say that as a Scorpio ascendant, you could be watching something go down. As the Scorpio sun, you could be initiating some type of action in the situation. Or as a Scorpio moon, you could have experienced some action that was taken. All right. So take it how it resonates for you. Okay. But any placement of Scorpio, if you have Scorpio in your chart, which everybody does, you might resonate with something like this. All right. If not, then okay. Check your other placements. Right. But I don't like to say this is only for certain placements because everybody's got every sign in their chart and everybody could be acting out their Scorpio energy in different areas of their life, right? So, you know, that's on a whole nother level. But those of you who know, know, you know. Um, but it's Cancer season, so happy birthday to your fellow water sign Cancerian Massive in the building. I hope all is well with the Cancerian Massive. I wish you guys a bunch of love, peace, happiness, abundance, prosperity, and all that good stuff, all that good, right? So, this could be a season where, Scorpio could affect you because you are fellow water energy. So, just pay attention to your emotions and your feelings. We're going to pull some cards. We're going to see how this energy could be affecting you. Take what resonates again and leave the rest. Messages for Scorpio. What's going on with the Scorpios? The placement of Scorpio. What's going on with the placement of Scorpio? First card out. What's up with Scorpio? The Five of Pentacles. All right. So for some of you, you could be feeling left out in the cold. Okay. This person, it just looks like they're down on their luck with the Five of Pentacles. Like, take a look at that picture. This is like it's raining in the background. You see his wallet's in his hand. It's empty. The cat's sitting there looking at him, all sad. And he's looking at his, what's this in his hand? What is that? Oh, the change. That's some change. Not having enough money. So I don't know. Some of you could be going through a situation here where your money is tight. The Five of Pentacles could also just be like maybe you just, you don't trust people. Maybe somebody like fives represent challenges, and it could be that you tired too. Okay, somebody could be very tired. It could be exhausted. You could be running yourself ragged. Uh, you know, I don't know. I just get an energy of some type of struggle, some type of stress. It could be financial with this Five of Pentacles, but somebody could be under the weather as far as the health is concerned. Maybe the rain also is causing delays for you. So maybe you do something outside where, if there's rain, it causes problems. You're not able to collect your money. Okay. Maybe you're a landscaper and you can't work out in the rain, or you do construction, certain types of construction where you can't do it in the rain. Maybe you, transportation of some sort is difficult to travel or to transport things in the rain. Maybe you have flights. You're working with shipments and things like that. It could be inclement weather. We've had a lot of rain where I'm at all week. Lots of rain, lots of thunderstorms. Tornado watches, the whole nine. So it could be that maybe your money is held up business wise due to the weather. All right, but let's see what else is going on. Tell me what the challenge here for Scorpio. Some of you might be having problems feeding your pets. Like, times could be really tight right now financially. Yeah, the challenge is the Six of Swords. The challenge is letting something go, moving on. Okay, getting past that cloud. You see the cloud again, more rain. Okay, and he's got rain in the background here. So for some of you, the challenge is you're actually coming out of that storm, out of that rain. But the thing is that you could be looking back. Or the challenge is you getting out of that rain. So it's like, whew, Okay, I made it through that. Now, I'm able to move forward. So that could be what this is for some of you. It could be that you're trying to move. Some of you could be wanting to relocate. You don't have the money to do so. Maybe it's financially feasible for you to move. Maybe it's too expensive where you are for whatever reason, and you're interested in moving, but you're having a problem doing that because if you look at the car, on top of the car, she's got packages and like she's moving away. So, this could be figuratively, okay, but it could be physically as well, but it could be mentally with the swords, okay? So maybe in 6 days, maybe, you may have to move, or maybe you're moving in 6 days. I mean, it is around the first of the month, okay? She has a paper in her hand, so it could be a lease. Maybe somebody's trying to sign a lease, or there's an issue with coming up with money for a deposit. What else we got? What's hidden from you? What's hidden is the Two of Sword energy in reverse. So, hmm, I feel like you are in a position where you are not in control. And as we all know, those of us who have strong Scorpio placements, when you're not in control of a situation, it annoys the fuck up out of you. Right? So I feel like with the Two of Sword in reverse, this is what you're this is what's hidden from you. The fact that you don't, like, this is something that you don't have a say in, or it could be that you do have a say with the Two of Swords in reverse. You just need to change your mindset. So it could be, if you're looking at things, it's just a matter of your perspective, is what I'm getting. What else we got for Scorpio? Okay, we have the devil energy in reverse. Huh. So letting go, it could be toxic thoughts. The moon in Libra. So your emotions and your feelings, in reference to what you're gonna do or how you're gonna do. Like, you have to take your emotions out of the situation, is what I'm feeling here. So, like I said, because it's Cancer season, you could be in your emotions about what's going on. Um, you may want to just change your perspective on it, because I feel like the thought process is what's keeping you in that devil energy. The devil energy is in reverse. It's like I feel like you're coming up out of that. If you were in that energy, you're coming up out of it. You're gonna come up out of it. But you just want to make sure that you're not indulging in anything while you're in those emotions. You got to be careful when you're in your emotions not to indulge in anything that is going to hinder you. Whether you had some bad habits that you cut out, be careful not to go back to them. Whether it's a lover, whether it's whatever you were doing, overeating, drinking, smoking, gambling, whatever. You like you may want to be careful not to get yourself so caught up in your emotions about what you're dealing with, um, that you start indulging to pacify your feelings. Okay, the Queen of Cups. Yeah, see, this is all about taking care of your emotions, taking care of your nourishing yourself emotionally. For some of you, this is, oh, you know what this is? You need to channel this energy, Scorpio. That's what you need to do. That's what I'm getting here. So you could be feeling down and out. Maybe somebody left you behind. Okay, somebody left you out in the cold, and you're trying to get past it. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, you're trying to get past it. Whether this is something you're currently dealing with or something you've already dealt with, you're trying to get past it, or you got past it by channeling the energy into something creative with the Queen of Cup energy. So for some of you, painting, meditating, maybe going to the water. The water would be good for you right now because it is Cancer season. It's a water sign season. So maybe going to the beach, going to the lake, going to the river, going to the stream. All right, nature. I feel like will definitely help you going out in the moonlight, because it is Cancerian energy. So being out in the moon, like some people go out in the sun, which is cool, but you can go out in the moon. You can moon gaze as well. You could talk to the moon. I do. But be careful what you ask for. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that from experience. All right, let's let's see. Let's get some more information here. Let's see how, if things change a bit. Tell me about this Five of Pentacles here. Tell me about this loss or this challenge here. Okay, conflict. So yeah, there could be some type of conflict going on. I don't know if this is a friend, a family member, a neighbor, a business partner. I don't know who you're fighting with, but this person, you may have left them behind or they left you behind. I was just feeling that with this Five of Pentacles here. Somebody left you behind or you left someone behind. But we'll get more clarity on that. The challenge is the Six of Swords. The challenge is, okay, so you're fighting with someone. Maybe somebody wants to leave and you don't want to let them go. That could be it too, because you're a fixed energy. Once you in, and it's hard for you to let go. So maybe that's what this is, or somebody could be trying to draw you back in just to argue and fight with you because they need your energy. But the challenge is you moving away from that with the Six of Cups. I'm sorry, Six of Swords. Yeah. The challenge is you moving away and indulging into other things like interaction, joy, and friendliness. Okay. So some of you are dealing with people who are just crappy and shitty. Okay, with this Five of Pentacle energy, these people drain your damn energy. Constantly arguing with you, fighting with you, causing all kinds of problems with you, aggravating the hell out of you. They costing you energy. So it's costing you money. It affects your whole mood. And so when your mood ain't right, you can't manifest, right? So the challenge is you moving away from this person so that you can, and somebody you dealing with is fucking with your energy. They fucking with your money, whoever this is. And this is why the Two of Swords is in reverse. You can't see that. That's what's hidden from you. You don't see this. But as soon as you leave this person alone, you're gonna be at peace and you're gonna be able to you're gonna do what you need to do. Tell me about this Two of Swords in reverse. This is what you don't know. Daydreaming. Yeah, this is all about changing your perspective and not focusing on this person or these people. Okay? You could be at conflict with yourself too. That could be also what's going on here. Like I said, your mentality. You could be going through some things, but you just have to change your perspective. Shit could be real fucked up right now, but what you want to do is focus on what you're grateful for. I set my clock to go off 3 times a day just to say thank you. Not to ask for shit, but just to say thank you. Okay? Thank you for everything. I run down the list. Waking me up this morning. Thank you for allowing me, a safe, secure place to rest my head, clothes on my back, food in my stomach, a means to provide for myself, my health and my strength, my benevolent ancestors, benevolent spirit guides, benevolent guardian angels, benevolent soul group. I pray for their forward movement as well as mine. You know, I just run down the list and just say thank you, and if I don't have time to go through it, my higher my higher source knows that when I say thank you, that's the short abbreviation for that long prayer. So set your alarm, 3 times a day just to say thank you. Not to ask for shit, just to say thank you. Now you could say separate prayers to ask for things, but you should do that on a regular basis. Because if you always showing gratitude, the universe is going to realize, okay, you're grateful, so I'm gonna give you more. You got to understand how the universe works. If you sitting here complaining and whining about shit you don't got, then whatever you got, the universe is gonna be like, oh, you're not happy with that? Okay, well then let me take it away since you're not happy. Because the universe just looks at, are you happy or are you not? If you not, then it's gonna look and say, okay, you're not happy, so let me take shit out of your life. Right? So it could be things you need. Oh, I'm not happy with this apartment. I don't like it. Okay, well, let me take it from you. Now what you gonna do? You ain't got no place to stay. So for some of you, it could have been your financial situation you wasn't happy with, and you was complaining about that, and maybe that was compromised. For some of you, the relationships that you have with yourself is something you need to nourish yourself and be more attentive to you, take care of you. Okay? But your perspective needs to change, is what I'm getting here. Yeah, with the devil energy in reverse and disturbance. That's what's clarifying the devil energy in reverse. This is where your head is at. Exactly. Irritation. It could be supernatural energies as well. You may be wondering, yo, is somebody throwing some dirt at me? Maybe they are. But the thing is you could transmute it, Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? You are the sign of transmuting energy. You are the alchemist. That's what you do. That's why you can go through all types of hell and come out. Like a lot of people can't go through the hell you go through and experience the shit you experience, the toxic shit you experience. That's why you are death, because death is life. It's all about transmuting your energy. So in your prayers, you can just ask to transmute any negative energy sent from any negative entity from any dimension or timeline. That energy can include witchcraft, voodoo, hexes, spells, curses, black magic, brujeria. Put that in your prayer, your thank you prayer. And return anything that you can't transmute, return it to the sender, times infinity, never to return to you. So, practice gratitude, practice being thankful, and your situation will change. You just got to transmute that energy, alchemize it in whatever way you can. Working out will help you as well, because you rule by Mars. Mars is physical. You can transmute it by meditating. Pluto's very psychic energy. Do things that tap into your psychic abilities, enhance your psychic abilities. But learn to transmute the energy. Yeah, good news. You see what I'm saying? With the Queen of Cup energy? I feel like this good news is all about you transforming your thought process. And you're going to have good news coming. As soon as you change your thought process, good news is going to come. Soon as you start being grateful and thankful for what you do got, instead of worrying about what you don't got, this is when, you're going to get more good news. I'm telling you, it works. Please believe it. Please believe it. I am a witness to this. I am somebody who experiences this all the time. Sometimes I get caught up like, damn, this is fucked up. Then I just be like, you know what? At least I got the money. You know how you got to spend money on something? It's like every time you turn around, you got to spend something. It's like, God damn it. I can't have $1 to my damn name. I always got to spend it on something. But then I have to stop and say, you know what? At least I had that dollar to pay that shit. Because it would have been a lot worse had I not had that dollar to pay it. So you got to kind of, look at the glass half full. Like, thank you for the, I just got this $500, but yeah, my tire cost $437 to fix. But I'm thankful for that $500, because if it hadn't come through, I would have had to try to figure out what else I was going to do, to get that. So thank you. And that's how I get down. Conflict. What's this conflict about? Yes, this is all about being in control, taking action with the King of Wands energy here. Okay, with King of Rods with this particular. So you could be in cahoots or fighting with the King of Wands energy. Okay, but this is just all about being in control of your situation, being able to use your creative energy. Okay, it could be your creative energy could be depleted because the King of Rods is Leo energy. Leo deals with your vitality, and with the Five of Pentacles here, maybe somebody needs more rest. Okay, I don't know if you're working a lot. You're doing a lot of work, you're doing overtime or whatever it is, but for some of you, you need some rest. You need some R&R. That's what I'm getting here. The challenge is, moving away from that and indulging and treating yourself. Yeah, you've been busting your ass. You need a treat. For some of you, you need a vacation. You need a trip. Yeah, here's the Page of Cups, clarifying the indulgence here. So this is about tapping into your inner child. For some of you, it's all about spending time with your children. Maybe connecting with your children will help you. Doing something fun with your kids, like taking your mind off of, I got to pay the bills. I got to do the, maybe, figuring out something that you and the kids could do where y'all could just have some fun. If it's nothing but going in the backyard and turning on the water hose, you know what I mean? And just having fun if it's 90 degrees and all, you know what I mean? Just something wholesome, something that is going to help you to just connect, and because your kids feel your energy too. You're fixed water, so your mood it affects people. You know what I mean? So you just may want to spend some time with your children. Maybe take them on a trip, take them on a vacation. Okay, for some of you, maybe going on a trip, going on vacation will help you. Okay, that might be a good thing for you, taking a trip. All right. Yeah, because some of you are definitely daydreaming about. Well, what's hidden from you is okay. Daydreaming. This is what's hidden from you. So this could be, like I said, you changing your thoughts. Yeah, here's the Six of Wands energy in reverse. Not looking at things, from a negative perspective, looking at the blessings you have and not what you don't have. Yeah, that's what I'm getting with that. Oh, that's the nine of wands, excuse me, in reverse. So, okay. Yeah, you need a break. Some of y'all need a break. I just feel that strongly. I feel like you've been working really hard. You've been grinding. You need a break. You're trying to get yourself out of this energy here. See, the devil energy, that could be overworking too. You know what I mean? Because it is Capricorn energy. You're dealing with pentacles. So that could be working a lot. Okay. And with this disturbance energy here and with that five of pentacles, I feel like some of y'all just been working your ass off. Work, 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 work. I'm here, Rihanna. Somebody need a vacation. Somebody needs some loving too, some good loving. Okay, that's another thing I'm seeing here. Yeah, here's the Ten of Swords energy in reverse. Yeah, this is you getting over, some toxic bullshit. Somebody could have been throwing some juju at you, but I feel like with the Ten of Swords here, you got through it, you over it, because you transmuted the energy. Yeah, good news. The nine, look at that. Look at that. The Queen of Cups with good news and the Nine of Cups. This is you changing your energy, changing your thought process, and what's gonna happen. You're gonna be good. I'm telling you. Try it, Scorpio. I'm telling you, I'm a living testament of it. I got multiple placements of Scorpio. Multiple. Okay, more than three. And when I get down and out, I just focus on, okay, well, what can I do to make the situation better? And let me focus on that. I've done everything I possibly can do. Let me just say thank you for what I do have, and let me let my guys know. Look, I'm having a difficult time right now. Can you please step in and help me where I can't, you know, do where I can't, where it stops with me. I can get up and do my part. So make sure you are doing your part. Don't be calling on your guides and your ancestors and your spiritual team, asking them for help, but you're not doing your part. You know what I'm saying? If you need more money, then it's like, okay, well, do I need to take on another job? Do I need to work some extra hours? um what do I need to do to get more money, or do I need to work smarter, take my money and do something with it so that when I have down money days, I have a little something in my pocket. What do I need to do? And then take that action, and then ask your guys to step in and help you out where you can't. You've done everything you can do, so now they're gonna do what they gotta do. That's what I'm getting here. But there's a lot of solitary energy. This is about you with this Nine of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Nine of Cups and the Nine of Wand energy in reverse. And then we got the Ten of Swords in reverse. So this is all about changing your thought process with that Ten of Sword energy in reverse. Like I said, with that Disturbia energy, some of you may have been stressed the fuck out, is what I'm getting here. But you're coming out of that if you are. Okay? Some of you are just looking back at, yo, that shit was stressful as hell, but I made it through like I always do. Right? So, yeah, codependent energy. Okay, so it could be that for some of you, this King of Wands could be someone that you're in conflict with. Okay, and this could be an energy who's codependent on you. All right, or maybe you were codependent on this person, but there's definitely a codependent energy here, and the challenge is being able to let that go and indulging and tapping into your inner child, or just focusing on your children. Okay, so maybe you are feeling codependent. Maybe you, okay, so there could be a situation where somebody had to borrow some money from someone. And you're just feeling like, yo, I hate when I'm in a position where I need to borrow money, right? I hate feeling codependent. But again, I'm getting energy of especially with the devil energy in reverse and the Five of Pentacles. There could have been some financial challenges that some of you were experiencing, and you may have had to borrow some money. Okay, evasive. So this could be avoiding people when you're going through shit. You know what I mean? I'm that way. I have a Capricorn moon. I don't want to fuck with nobody when I'm not in a good mood. you know? Um, and I avoid telling people, what's going on. I really try to keep it to myself. So this could be you, being very evasive. People could be like, yo, where you at? What's going on? And you're not answering. or you're not around. You know what I mean? Because you're busy brooding or upset or what have you. And that, I understand that because you don't want to take your frustration out on other people. So it's just, I would rather be by myself. But I do feel like somebody could be feeling that way or was feeling that way for a period of time. And we have fail. So if there was anybody throwing any bullshit at you, it didn't work. If because somebody could have just been throwing mental magic at you, they could have been throwing you evil eye. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it was working for a particular period of time, and then you just you alchemize that, and then you good. So whatever it was failed. And like I said, all you have to do is it's easier said than done, but if you get yourself into the habit of it, you'll be doing it on a regular basis, and you'll realize that a lot of shit you'll be able to tell if somebody's throwing some shit at you, but you'll just focus on alchemizing it, and it may be a temporary hit, but it's not going to be anything really severe, especially if you are keeping your vibration high and you constantly in a state of gratitude. That's why, like I said, set your alarm so that it goes off 3 times every single day. Set it for the same time every day. What 9 a.m., 2 p.m., and then 10 o'clock right before you go to bed, something like that, right? But make sure it's set and just remind yourself to say thank you. It'll get you in a habit of doing it, and it'll put you in a positive connection with the universe. For real, for real. All right, what else? Let's see what's going on with the love energy. Some of y'all, this could have been the King of Wands energy that, like I said, was very childish and very immature. Also, is what I'm getting. You could have been dealing with someone who's very childish and immature, and it's just too much work dealing with them. They could have been very codependent and very evasive, so you don't know what's going on. They may have some ulterior motive here, and they could have been stressing you out. There, you know what I mean. And I feel like you get out of that though. New love. Oh, new love or recommitment to love is developing. So some of y'all are meeting somebody, or you've already met somebody, and shit is okay. All right. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, some of y'all may have met somebody while you were going through this negative turmoil. And the challenge is that, perhaps it's difficult for you to, to try to connect with this person while you're going through some things. So you could be being very evasive. Um, but you want to be careful that you don't, mess up the connection because you're going through something. The universe may be sending you somebody during this time for a reason. It could very well be. But then again, just be careful. Trust your intuition and ask your guides, is this person okay? Okay, we have addictions. Like I said, for some of y'all, be careful not to get caught back up in your addictions. Um, especially if you're going through some things. Your emotions could be, a little off right now because it's cancer season. So you're more susceptible to falling into addictions here. Be careful. And even if you did, I feel like you're with that Ten of Sword energy in reverse. You already know, all right. Because Scorpio goes to hell all the time. You know what I mean? You go to hell and come out. You and who is it? Mercury, the god Mercury, are the only two entities who can go into hell and come out. Okay, that's how dope you are. So you can go to hell and live in hell and live in all kinds of fucked up shit and survive there, and then reinvigorate yourself and come out like the phoenix. That's what we talk about with the phoenix rising. That's because you was down in the dungeon, you was down in the fucking sewer, you was down there. You know what I mean? You lose everything. You lost all your money, you lost your place, you lost your car, you lost your job. you know you lost a lot of things, and you were struggling for a minute, but then you're able to come right back out on top, and now you're able to indulge, you're able to take yourself on vacation. Like, you go through those ebbs and flows. That's because you are Scorpio. You could survive that. A lot of people can't survive being down there in that damn hole. Even if you, like, say, okay, some of you with this Ten of Sword energy, you could have been sniffing for about 10 weeks. Okay. And you could have been sniffing real hard. Okay. And Maybe you was doing it to the point where you was just knocked out and falling asleep. You could have been going through a really rough time with your addiction, but you come out of it. See? You just go through your lows, and whatever it is you go through your lows, whatever it is you use to pacify yourself while you go through your lows, you dabble and indulge in it. But then when you're ready to come up out of that energy, you come up out of that energy. Like DMX said, here I go looking type slick again. You know what I mean? Like he would go in his ebbs and flows. Like one minute you could tell he was doing some shit and he was down there in the dungeon. Then, it'll be some points where you would look at him like, yo, DMX is he looking good, he doing good, he ain't down there in the dungeon right now. But that's what a lot of addicts deal with, you know. But you as Scorpio, you're built to handle that because you can transmute that energy more so than others can. So I feel like if you were down in the dungeon, you out, or you about to come out, ready to dumb out. All right. And then we have regret. So someone feels remorse for the way they treated you. So this could have been this King of Cup, I'm sorry, this King of Wand energy. Okay, maybe you had some issue with this person and you ended up leaving this person alone. Maybe because they had a child with somebody else on you, and you may have found this out. This person could have also been gossiping about you, talking about you. Okay, they could have been talking about you in reference to maybe you have some childhood issues, and this could be somebody who was really talking shit about you. Yeah, with the Two of Sword energy in reverse here, this person, they could now be thinking about you. This is what this Two of Sword in reverse and this daydreaming is, and this Nine of Wands energy in reverse. Now they're thinking about you. Now they're in regret about, fighting with you. Because this person was fighting with your ass with this Nine of Wands and this conflict card. Yeah, y'all was fighting constantly. I feel like this person was just codependent on your energy, and you could have been addicted to this energy as well. Um, but you realize that this connection is a fail, or this person attempting to keep you in whatever this negative energy is was a fail. But now they're having regret, and I don't think it's regret for the way they treated you. I think it's regret for if you left them alone, you found out what they was about, and you left their ass alone. So that's what they more so in regret about. So this person could be looking back, and for some of you, this is somebody from the past looking back like, yo, I wish I would have never did Scorpio like that. Whether they really, are feeling you, or they just mad because you caught them and, cut their shit off before they was able to really, stick the knife in your ass the way they wanted to. So take it how it resonates. But most likely it's because you caught them and cut them off before they could do any more damage than they was already doing. That's what I feel that regret is. Especially if you done already took this person back, y'all done already been in conflict. Because the Nine of Wands is here. Y'all done fought on numerous occasions and argued on numerous occasions. So it ain't like, y'all ain't already had the breakups to make up. This person keep doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? For some of you, this person could have slipped you some shit, is what I'm feeling here. And you was able to get over that shit anyway. Like I said, you was able to alchemize it. So this person is regretting slipping you some shit or doing you dirty. Or maybe they wanted to do this to you. I don't know. This is some weird shit. Yeah, achiever. See, this is what I be talking about. You could be down there in the trenches and be fucked up and come right up out of it if you want to. You are somebody who can achieve whatever it is that you want because you rule the energy of power. Okay? You rule that energy. You rule power. You rule confrontation. You are Mars energy. You are a warrior, and you're very strategic in your maneuvers and how you get down. Exercise your energy. Also transmuting energy, working out. Okay, that helps to transmute energy. I had to learn that the hard way, right? So any negative energy, because Scorpio, what happens is you pick up, because you're fixed water, you pick up and hold a lot of negative energy from the people around you, from the shit you experience, and you hold it because you're fixed water. So what you have to realize is you have to alchemize that energy. And one of the ways for you to alchemize it, because you are ruled by Mars, is to work out. Whether it's just walking or what have you, but some type of regular exercise is what helps you to alchemize energy. Traveler. Some of you are going on vacation or going on a trip, or you already have been on one. Or, like I said, a trip would do your body good. Some of y'all need a trip. Okay? Secret love. All right, some of y'all messing around with somebody, and I ain't mad at you. Keep it to yourself though. Don't let nobody know what's going on. Don't let nobody know what's going on. Because people will throw all kinds of juju at you and the whole nine trying to mess up your life because they mad that you moved on. Whoever this person is mad that you moved on. Especially if they find out about the secret lover. But guess what? That's the consequences of their behavior. That's their actions. That's what happens when you do. What's the saying? You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Period. So bad choices, games, mixed signals. Yeah, this person was playing a lot of games with you. That's what they was doing with that mixed that confrontation energy here. That conflict energy. Playing games, being childish, being immature. Some of you they lied to you about a kid that they had with somebody, with their secret lover. Okay, some of them was traveling to see somebody. They have somebody at a distance, and the shit caught up with them, and you found out about it. Yeah, clingy. Now they don't want to let you go. Okay, and it's funny we talk about clingy because it's cancer season. And when they're in their negative energy, cancer could be real clingy. They get their claws in you and don't want to let you go. Yeah, old exes, dead relationships, old ways. And that could be you too, because you are fixed water. Like I said, you may get you pulling energies and you don't know how to let them go and how to get rid of them. You got to learn to alchemize that energy. So clinging on to old ideas, old emotions. This is what I feel like this is too. It's like you're holding on to the emotion of somebody that you're no longer with. That's for some of you. And you don't know how to let go of that. Like you've already moved on. The challenge is the Six of Swords. You've already moved on. But it's like, okay, let go of the emotion now. How do you let go of it? Well, you gotta alchemize it. So you gotta figure out things you can do. So physically working out, tapping into your creative energy, using your Leo energy, your creative energy, your childhood energy, or your childish energy. Tap into your inner child. That'll help you alchemize as well. Okay? Laughter is always good. Always good. So, maybe checking out some comedy shows or, watching something on TV that's funny as hell that'll help you to alchemize that energy. All right. Um, so that's what you want to do when you feeling down and you got that negative energy going on because fucked up shit is happening, or you picking up other people energy. Everything is good in your life and you don't understand why you feeling the way you feeling. Figure out ways to alchemize that energy, because all you got to do is that, and you tapping into your true Scorpio energy. Everybody got Scorpio in their chart. Look at what area of your life you got Scorpio in. All right, and that's the area where you can learn to alchemize that energy. Also, wherever Pluto is, you can learn to alchemize that energy. All right, that's what I got for you, Scorpio darling. I'll see you in the next reading. Deuces.